Security deposits are one of the most important tools for landlords when it comes to protecting their rental property. They provide a financial cushion in case of damage or unpaid rent and can help ensure tenants meet their obligations. But handling security deposits comes with responsibilities and legal requirements that every landlord should know. Today, we're going to cover what every landlord needs to understand about security deposits, including how much to charge, what the deposit can be used for, and how to handle returns. Let's start with how much to charge for a security deposit. Most states have laws that dictate how much you can collect as a deposit. In many cases, the limit is 1 or 2 months' rent, but it varies depending on where your property is located. It's important to check your local laws to make sure you're not overcharging. Setting the right amount is a balancing act. You want enough to cover potential damages or unpaid rent, but not so much that it discourages good tenants from renting your property. A deposit equal to 1 month's rent is typically a fair starting point, though for higher-risk tenants or properties with expensive amenities, you might consider asking for a bit more, within legal limits. Now let's talk about what the security deposit can and can't be used for. The main purpose of the deposit is to cover any damage to the property that goes beyond normal wear and tear. This includes things like broken windows, holes in the walls, or damaged flooring. It can also be used to cover unpaid rent, or to clean the property if the tenant leaves it in a dirty condition. However, you can't use the security deposit to cover regular maintenance or minor wear and tear, like small nail holes or faded paint. These are the normal costs of owning rental property, and landlords are responsible for handling those without dipping into the deposit. It's also important to document the condition of the property before the tenant moves in and after they move out. Conduct a thorough inspection and take photos or videos to document the property's condition. This will protect you if there's a dispute about damages when the tenant moves out. You'll have clear evidence of what the property looked like before the tenant moved in and can show what damage, if any, was caused by the tenant. A move-in checklist signed by both you and the tenant is also a good idea, as it sets clear expectations and helps avoid misunderstandings later on. When it comes time to return the security deposit, most states require landlords to do so within a specific time frame, usually between 14 and 30 days after the tenant moves out. If you need to withhold some or all of the deposit to cover damages or unpaid rent, you're typically required to provide an itemized list explaining the charges. Be as detailed as possible, listing each deduction with its cost, and make sure to keep any receipts or estimates for repairs. This transparency helps avoid disputes and shows you're handling the deposit fairly. One common mistake landlords make is not setting up a separate account for security deposits. In many states, you're required to hold the deposit in a separate, interest-bearing account. This ensures the money is there when it's time to return it and protects both you and the tenant. Not following these rules can result in penalties and even lawsuits, so it's important to handle the deposit properly from the start. If a tenant disputes any deductions you've made from the security deposit, try to resolve the issue calmly and professionally. In most cases, showing your documentation, photos, videos, receipts, will be enough to settle the matter. But if the tenant still disagrees, they may take legal action, which is why it's so important to keep detailed records and follow all legal requirements. A well-documented process and a clear explanation of the deductions will help protect you in case things escalate. There are also some specific situations where handling the security deposit can get tricky. For example, if you're selling the property and it has tenants living there, you'll need to transfer the security deposits to the new owner at closing. The new owner will be responsible for returning the deposits when the tenants move out. This needs to be clearly stated in the purchase agreement to avoid any confusion or disputes later on. Now, switching gears for a moment, if you're thinking about selling a property, Alpine Property Management, Kansas City, also buys houses. Whether your property is occupied, needs repairs, or is ready to go, we offer a simple, hassle-free process. You won't have to deal with listing your property or waiting for buyers. We'll make you a fair offer, and you can walk away with cash in hand. If you're ready to sell, reach out to us and let's talk. In summary, security deposits are a vital part of protecting your rental property, but they come with legal obligations that landlords need to follow. Knowing how much to charge, what the deposit can be used for, and how to return it properly will save you a lot of headaches and help you avoid legal trouble. If handling security deposits or other aspects of property management feels overwhelming, Alpine Property Management Kansas City can help. We handle everything from tenant screening and maintenance to security deposits and lease enforcement, so you don't have to worry about the details. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on property management and real estate investing. Thanks for watching.